Hi everyone, welcome to Good Morning Sri Lanka. Now today is the 3rd of July. It is a Tuesday, and on the show today I have a lot of very special treats for a lot of people. In particular, the artists out there, the art lovers of Colombo. I have somebody who is definitely very close to our hearts, particularly with her latest exhibitions which have cropped up around Colombo. Mtvgmsl is going to be joining me in studio in a very short while, and I will be speaking to this creative genius about the exhibitions and its relevance to our life as today. Definitely something you want to stick around and check out. But first off, the Olympics have been on everybody's lips, and of course London 2012 Olympics have been something a lot of people have been looking forward for, particularly the businesses who have been expecting a lot of overseas visitors to come, but unfortunately a lot of the hotels there have had to cut their prices because the estimates did not seem to be very true to form. Let's take a look at this report. Well, that is a lot of disappointment for some people in relation to the Olympics, but there has been a lot of jubilation for other people as well, because they have picked out the official song, official music for London 2012 Olympic Games. It is by a British band called Muse. This is because the London Olympics have decided they want to rock the games. So Muse is contributing their official song, which is called Survival. It will be played throughout the sports sessions of the London 2012 venues during the Olympics, when the athletes will be entering the stadium, during the awards ceremonies, the medal ceremonies, as well as the track can be used by international broadcasters as well. We're going to be taking a look at the unveiling of the soundtrack Survival, but first let's take a look at what James O'Brien has to say. He is responsible for putting together the special musical program for the London Olympics. Well, that is of course Survival by Muse, and that will be played throughout the London Olympics, so we will be hearing a lot of that music coming up. It is spearheading 5 special songs commissioned for the games. Others included that will be released include artists like Elton John, the Chemical Brothers, Dizzy Rascal, and Delphic. And it will be released in the coming weeks. Well, right now I am going to introduce somebody who is very special to me, Mtvgmsl. She is a creative genius who is showing us some incredible work in exhibitions, and of course my guru. Welcome on the show. Good morning.
Lovely to be with you again. Thank you.
Now, your exhibitions, I have got an opportunity to see a couple of them, and the third one is on my very much to-do list. And but before we get into talking about the exhibitions themselves, I just want to read a little thing from the brochure which has also been released. Deliverance is the name of the exhibitions, and it says that Deliverance aims to use art, science and cultural heritage to create awareness on our connection to the earth and water. The concept of this show is to juxtapose paintings that allude to man's interaction with the environment in an abstract and emotional way, with a lyrical plea for the Earth's protection that is justified through scientific data on climate change and water presented in a non-technical format to increase the viewer's understanding of these issues. Now, there are a lot of quotes and key messages and facts on climate change in 3 languages throughout, including message boards and all. So you will be getting constant feedback about the exhibitions and how people would be interpreting these exhibitions. So could you tell me what has the feedback been like?
The feedback has been very, very good. I think people are responding in different ways. Obviously we've got the artists and the art lovers enjoying the art. We've got people who are into literature responding more through the poetry, and then we've got environmentalists and people interested in environment. Also, so it's a bigger audience, I think, and they're all interacting, I think, which is very exciting. So I think so far a good response. Whether we actually make changes in people's hearts so that they actually start caring for the environment in a more positive way, a more interactive way, I'm not sure. But the message boards are very exciting. The kids love it. And then we've had, people writing in Chinese and Arabic and lots of different languages. So lots of different people seeing it because it's also on the street.
And it's pretty exciting as well to be getting a constant interaction with the thing as well. It's not something that you see a lot in Sri Lanka, your ability to interact with a piece of art.
Well, the way I see it is that, okay, it's a painting done by me, but in the end, the big installation that's actually on the street. But when it closes on the 18th of July, it will have become a work of art by the people, for the environment. So it will become a very much bigger story in the sense a lot of people would have created this painting, if you like, the installation.
And you can feel, I think from what I saw, that the whole idea of it might evolve to something else as well. What you create could create something else in the process.
I hope so, because everything is just an inspiration, a beginning, and even while I'm doing it, I get more ideas of how I can expand it further. So I hope other people can expand it as well. So it's just the beginning of a dialogue, which I hope then continues elsewhere.
Yes, we're going to take a very short break right now, but on the other side of this, we're going to be taking a look at some of the works of art which are being exhibited at 3 different locations around Colombo. On the other side of this, Mtvgmsl are talking to me further. Hi everyone, welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. Now, I have been talking to Mtvgmsl, and she's been telling me all about her work and the exhibitions that are taking place right now. Now, Deliverance is all about water. The theme of it has been about water. Now, 2012 has been very much about the resource of water. Could you tell me a little bit about the timing of having an exhibition like this?
Yes, it was very carefully timed to coincide with Rio Plus 20, the UN Earth Summit, which sadly hasn't delivered as it should have delivered. So it's about climate change and sustainability. I particularly wanted to concentrate on water because I felt it's a very, very important thing to Sri Lanka. We have a lot of water, but we are having water issues. As we know now, we have a major drought.
It never seems to rain at the right place, does it?
I know. And these sort of things are going to carry on. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. That's the worrying thing at the moment. But I do understand that the whole world has an economic crisis to deal with as well, which is the problem with actually having to deal with that as well as a climate change issue. Has gone, I feel, a little bit into to the back burner because of these other more crushing, burning issues. But this will soon become one. If it isn't the greatest challenge of our time, I don't know what is. And if it's not addressed in a far more proactive way by all of us, it's going to become crucial for your grandchildren.
Yes, of course. And now the water element, the element of water, has been something that you have been working throughout in your painting, in the creation of it. Obviously, you need it to create your paintings.
Yes, exactly. That too is important. In the painting.
It's in the
Good point.
And also, you have used it in a completely new way, maybe new to what I have seen in Sri Lanka, of actually using water to interact with the paintings, with your creations. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, to be honest, I hadn't actually planned it that way, but it happened that when I was wanting to show it at these 3 different venues, this one exhibition at these 3 different venues, I suddenly thought, gosh, they'd be wonderful open to the sky. And that was at Gallery Cafe, where it's open to sun and rain.
Yes.
So you see it pouring down. And also the installation at the Dutch Hospital, that also is an open air installation. It's street art actually, and therefore it
Yes, it is open to the elements. Right now we're having a few of your paintings going on.
This is the installation on which that's the French ambassador writing something, and so she was writing in French. As I said, somebody else is writing in